Okay, we have finally figured it out. We are back. We are back to Athens. We are back to streaming. Finally, this trip has been eternal so far. But I'm super excited that we are back. I'm super excited that after the PT, so there are so many things to do. We have a lot of work to do. Um, first things first. I really want to, if you guys haven't been living under a rock, Pablo Pintor managed to do a second Pro Tour win, and there are some games from the PT London that I want to review. We've seen some really exciting games. Prism definitely overperformed for me. So I really want to somewhat watch the game from Pablo Pintor to the Prism player in the top 8. Let me find the game first. Obviously, guys, if you haven't watched the top 8 already, there are some amazing games, but now I think we just want to focus on the top 8 game with versus Prism. Max Dickerman. It was really interesting that Max managed to reach top 8 as well. I mean, Spain looks like an amazing spot, an amazing place to play Flesh and Blood right now. To be honest, I feel like to me it felt like 2026. It's pretty likely that, for instance, the Worlds might be in Germany or something like that. But after this performance from the Spanish community, it would make a lot of sense to me it would make a lot of sense to me. For LSS to be like, okay, yeah, I know we had in Barcelona, you know, the Worlds, but let's do Worlds again in Spain. that wouldn't be too wild to me. Okay, so Pro Tour recap for Greece. Περιμένουμε τον Παπαγιάννη στα nuts με καλαμάτια. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Oh yes, our favorite aggro player is back. Excuse me. Yo, what's up, Takar? Okay, so I think this game was barely unwinnable from Pablo's perspective. So Leo Venizes was using Solana, had a bunch of Angelic Wrath, not a lot of auras. 3 copies of That's All You Got that I'm guessing he wasn't using. 3 copies of Selder, I guess the same. 3 Angelic Wrath is based. Yeah, that's true. 3 red Angelic Wraths is based. But probably that's his game plan, right? And he also runs the 3 copies of Herald of Tenacity. And only 12 blues, okay. Pierce Reality, nothing else. No other aura. Red Tenacity is gold with Purgatory. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's true. Pablo Pintor, spoiler alert, wins the whole event. It's quite interesting to me to see how soon will another player manage to reach his performance in the game. I think it will take some time for that to happen. Oh, Leo was Canadian, okay. But I wouldn't play a mono Rapture list going forward. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, that was exactly my theory for now. Again, as well, for Pro Tour London, my theory was exactly that there is no way you can play a mono Rapture deck. And look at Leo flexing. Yo, what's up, Madrachitsugura? I like the one with Vestige that did to pair it. Yeah, okay. Vestige Plan and Rapture. I don't know what you're supposed to use the Vestige Plan. Well, maybe now versus with Florians and Guardians showing up again. Maybe you need the Vestige Plan. Okay, I think we are at X.5. We can go up to X2. Florian, Guardian, Vincent, New Verdans. You can beat Florian. Probably you can beat Florian. Yeah, that's true. The problem is, can Florian beat anything else in this meta, though? That will be the question that needs to be answered. We are back. We are building some Guardian after we watch this game, so it's fine. Sorry, did Leo just hardcast Rudition? Oh, it's turn 0. Okay. No, he hardcasted Rudition turn 0. My freaking god. And Pablo has the insane punish. $41, $22, bunch of auras, ponder. Oh. Let's see here, will he attack twice? But for real. Zen is gone, I'm a Prism player now, XD, lul. Life is good without Enigma. Yeah, I agree. We can finally build again this grindy, slow, you know, type of decks that everyone loves to play. Without Enigma being around. I mean, if we can finally play Guardian, maybe we can check out Warrior again. I have a Giga Conspiracy plan for Pistol Dust. That, I saw you typing that in the chat. I mean, it doesn't feel too wild. Dash OG Fatigue can probably still be a deck if she can beat Florian, which I'm not sure she can beat Florian. I think the biggest question right now for most decks is what deck can have a decent matchup into Aurora and a decent matchup into Florian. That's it. AB3 into Florian, don't attack until setup. He turns on turn 3000. Yeah, I mean, the OTK plan, I think Soma used the OTK Florian in Pro Tour London. I mean, we had some really interesting decks. I mean, Kowalski used Blessings Funk. This guy is my hero. OTK Florian is worse into Aurora, but 100 O's in the mirror. Yeah, but that's the thing, Vadrachotsipura. You don't care about Enigma anymore. You can simply have the sideboard plan. You can simply play a slightly worse Florian into Aurora and play an OTK to their matchups you need, or the other way around. Play normal Florian and sometimes pivot into OTK. Tenacity, Light of Soul will be interesting, yeah. Yeah, so that's the thing with this game. So it feels like nothing wild has happened, and that's a good thing for Pablo. But also Pablo hasn't really managed to develop the board. I mean, he can play Manifestation, but if he does, he simply gets the Sentinel. Auroras will also side full combo head chest included. I don't think that's the case, Father Hochibura. I mean, the reason to play the full in combo was also Enigma, not. You also wanted the combo for Enigma, not for Florian. I'm not sure it's much better in Florian. It is, but I don't know if it's worth it. And also, you know what Alex said was, it's fine to commit half your sideboard to target the second deck of the meta. I'm not sure Florian will be the second deck of the meta. But you know, I have slow decks. Kano is not real. Yeah, I don't see any reason for Kano to come up again. The coffee is too strong. I mean, you have 3 in locals, what do you mean? Is he popping here? It's a good spot to pop while having Miragai up. That Herald here was pretty important. That pop. Oh, he actually did it. It's a healthy spot to trigger Halo, because now even Ravages. Did he drew the Triumph? Did he drew the Triumph? Oh my freaking god, did he really do the Triumph? Oh my god. Oh, I didn't know about that. I never realized that because we weren't watching live. Oh my freaking god. Leo Venizet, the promised king, fighting against the universe. Yeah, and Pablo here smells blood. Good spot to use flexors. Into Solana, okay, okay. So even if that was a disaster, Solana here was really good. I mean, it's really interesting that that the game went this far. Okay, now I mean, Prism simply see. Now Leo really wants to be able to play during his turn to activate library. We know how that ends, but two Mira guys on board. That's wild. Yeah, I mean he's just a bit subtle to poppers now, but he needs the two yellows to play 5-card hands. Removing Phantasm, okay. For red, in order to open with red Warchin, okay, that's interesting. That will probably somewhat clear the board, I guess. 7. Yeah, is it enough though? He needs to pitch a second yellow here to probably play a blue Herald. Yeah, that's the only problem. But at least he gets 5 cards again, and he gets a Herald in Arsenal to set up a 6-card hand. I mean, library effectively here turns his 4-card hands into 3-card plays. Because he can still use 2 cards to defend somewhat. Once every other turn. Is he blocking? Oh, he goes down to 2, okay. Bunch of cheese. Yeah, Prisms really needs to flip now. Yeah, transcending, block 6, another Wrath. Bye bye Miragai. Another Herald. Soul will trigger, library with trigger. And still running Rapture, huh? That's wild. Yeah, the annoying part here though is that it asks for a card, that Spectral. Life is a research gaming, yeah, pretty much. Yes, I think. I mean, Leon knew about the two Cs, but there is no way Pablo kept two transcends in hand after the cycle. So he should expect. I mean, if he only had the Spectral Shield, not flipping there was better. Red bonds. Not flipping there was better, probably. Because he could take the 2, go down to 1, but now he needs to block with a card, and maybe he won't be able to trigger library next turn. But if he blocks and keeps 2 yellows, he can Angel into Herald. But he even has an arsenal, I mean, come on, there is no way, yeah. Blocks with Erudition, okay. Does he have the yellows to keep the... Oh, Sentinel. Sentinel, but no trigger library. Okay, and tries to set up a 5-card hand. Next turn. Ooh. Opening with Bellona, that's much safer because Popper won't matter and he gets info. Sell. Okay, into Red Triumph. Oh my freaking god. And he has a Wrath in hand. Blocks for 8. Herald up to 12. 6. Oh my god! How did Pablo manage to win this game? It even went through and triggered Rebirth, wow. And gets 5 cards. And the infamous Raid Spectre shows itself? No, just 5 GA. Leo can take it here, right? Yeah. Light of Soul, Figment. Okay. Opens with Erudition. Triggers Light of Soul. Light of Soul miss. Probably it missed. Two extra cards, yay! Attack with Rebirth. Probably the fetch back Erudition, right? Yeah, I mean, it's wild to me how he managed to get out of this position. So I really want to see if at some point Leo didn't manage to trigger the library or didn't have enough cards to block with. Because I think that's the only way he can lose from this spot. Because this position feels perfect for him. Yeah, take some damage in order to keep the yellows. Oh, and there's a popper. That popper was it, probably. Yeah, because now Leo couldn't keep the pressure up, couldn't keep a card in arsenal in order to trigger library. Can Pablo block? Blocks for 7, plays the Wrath. Coalescence. That's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's exactly it. Attacks with Rage Spectre. And that Rage Spectre was the sealed the deal. Because now Leo can no longer try to keep cards in hand. 58-minute game, wow. Yeah, and that's the first turn where Leo could not maintain the library. But now Rage Spectre always asks for 2 cards. Block 6, block for a quadrillion. Block 3. Yeah, and that's the thing that... Oh. Pintor is a god. Pintor is a god. He drew the coalescence exactly this turn. Pops, keeps a hand, and that's probably game. Yeah, there is no way you can survive a Rage Spectre hitting for 9. Oh my god! What a game. Okay. Okay, we are back. Time to... That was an exciting game. I mean, it was really interesting how Pablo navigated it. He played much on the defensive. A bit unlucky from the Canadian guy. But time to do some tinkering and leave the review, because these games were games of the past and now we live in the present. Okay, so there are a bunch of decks I want to build. I want to try I want to try Guardian in general. I want to try Das. I think I want to try Warrior as well. Because right now our only problem is Aurora with every single deck. So all we need is a decent matchup into Aurora. So let me get... We can do a game, I guess, with this abomination I've created. And I had a sideboard mainly for Enigma, so I guess now we can pretty much pivot the sideboard all in for Aurora. So I don't think I care about the Scar for Scars, I don't think I care about the Life for Limes or that. I have the 3AB, relevant testing! Screw you! Screw you, illusionist main! Yeah, okay, so I think this is the way. Perfection, this deck is ready. Time to prepare for the pro quests. Time to prepare for the pro quests. We are so ready to prepare for pro quests. Verdance, free matchup, free. Verdance is free. Free. I haven't seen a freer deck all my life. What should I use? I have the 9 D-Reacts, right? I think I should add Blessings. The question is, should I add Syllogisms or 3D Reacts? I'll add 3D Reacts. You didn't lose a bet this time, didn't you? Nope. Nope. I think easiest turn 0 of my life. Pass, never attack the earth heroes, just like they taught me in school. Fruits of the Forest is cheating. Just playing a worse deck than Kachu. I don't think there is a worse deck than Kachu. I think you're wrong. I don't think a worse deck than Kachu exists. Betsy can actually win games. I don't think I care about the draw discard part, so I think I'm simply going to Spinal. Betsy actually runs good cards in her deck compared to Kachu. If Kachu had Bones, it would be fine, but Kachu without Bones, I don't think it's doable. Sing below. Sing below. Oh look, I'm playing defense reactions. I got you. Defense reactions are peak efficiency of the human mind. Sigil of Solace. I go 8 return to Betsy. That's one arcane, right? Yeah, that's one arcane. So yeah, we use debilitate. We pitch debilitate. Are you here to witness the meta destroyer, Vatrachotsipura? Are you maybe not ready for this hero? No troll. I think Betsy is actually good in this meta. No troll. Say no to drugs, but don't say no to Betsy. Betsy is actually good in this format, guys. No troll, no kappa. No cap, Betsy is actually good in this format. I really can't see Betsy because you don't have a vision, Vatrachotsipura. You don't have a vision. Failing of the crown. Game. Game. That's game now. Look at this 4-card play. Look at this 4-card play and tell me Betsy is not the best hero in the game. Tell me Betsy is not the best guardian in the game. And look. How is Betsy not the best hero in the game? And you can do this line. Please answer me. Please answer me how Betsy is not the best hero in the game right now. Look, drink him under the table. Drink him under the table. How this is not the best combo in the game. Draw a horrible blue that you can't Arsenal. Zulul. Do you think I've put horrible blues in my perfect deck building Betsy skin in the game deck? That's what you think? Is that what you think, Patrachotsipura? My grandpa's deck has no horrible blues. Exactly. Fly High Blue is the C. I agree. Fly High Blue is insane. Always hold priority. No. Don't I order the triggers? What? Where is the horrible blue? Where is the horrible blue? God gamer. Genius. Where is the horrible blue? Do we shoot for the extender? I guess we do, right? Summer's Fall. Nasty Surprise will never be relevant, so I think I'm blooding with that. The question is, do I want to pummel the Spinal? I think I do. I want to pummel the Spinal. And it's a good spot to use Tunic because that will most likely give us tempo back because they won't. There is no way they can play around the extra discard out of the random arsenal. And defense step. I mean, they could play around by not playing the Diriac they wanted to play. But I'm fine because mainly we deal them damage and we are still at 39. I think we just need not to give them enough time to set up the combo. If they don't set up the combo, I don't think they can win. Oh, they're going for a Rampart line. Into Healing Pot. That's weird. That's a wild interaction. We can't we can't burden the past through the rootbound carapace. That's interesting. I've never thought of that. We can't burdens of the past because their Diriacs are in the bunnies. I think I want to 7 into Quake. Because that I haven't seen any of the blessings. That will give me some tempo to play the blessings. That will give me some tempo. I mean, Plowander is fine if they have Plowander. Yeah, so mainly it's, do I want to miss how much damage? I missed 4 damage. I think it's a bit too much. Maybe I shouldn't have lost 4 damage. I don't mind setting up though. Oof. Okay, that's not active. That's fine. Into Rampart. Oh, in the 4 red hand. I think my turn is bet big. I think my turn is pizza red, play bet big, nothing else. So I can prevent 2. The worst case scenario is they discard my arsenal. I think it's better to play around the arsenal distraction and the mind warp for 1 damage. It's basically 2 damage though. Play healing pot, okay. Yeah, it was 1 damage then. I can play the Thunderquake, but that's a meme. I don't really care if I give them the tokens. The question is, though, I don't think I want Drink Under the Table because I have Thunderquake. I think I should keep the Pummel. Do I want to wager for bet big? Maybe I don't. I think I do because I don't mind them blocking. Them getting a gold is not the end of the world. And the Vigor token. Okay. That's good. Okay. Into fruits for 5. I think I need to get rid of the Thunderquake from Arsenal, so I think I need to take the 5 here. And the good thing with Pummel is that we give a hit effect to a card that doesn't really have a hit effect. I don't think they can win the way they use the Rampart growths now. I don't think one Rampart growth is enough to kill us. We have 3 AB. We have 3 AB and we haven't seen like we have 3 more blessings in the deck. Famous last words. Well, they have the plum. They have the plum. That's true. And we only run 30 blues. We have cleaned the deck quite well. Nice. That's a good hand. Oh, Ring of Roses. I think we actually need to think here. I double pitch. I mean, I can double pitch into Heave the Thunderquake again, or I can play Talk Big Game and set up the shift. I can play Talk Big Game for 2. I can play Talk Big Game for 2. And then swing with Sledge, or I can set up the Thunderquake. I think I want to take the aggressive approach and set up the Thunderquake. Oh no, cancel. Yeah, they had the clean block. Talk Big Game is much better into Aurora compared to this defensive deck. Talk Big Game is not that good into Earth Heroes. So I think we made the right call there. Because it's good to even swing for 8 in this matchup. Spelling. I think I want to block. I think I want to get rid of destroy Nora. That's a Nora. Destroy Nora with Hexec, then you may destroy Seismic Surge. We can actually get rid of the Ring of Roses. So I should keep the Rolling Fissure. I'm pitching Shift for Thunderquake, so I can get rid of the Pummel and arsenal the Rolling Fissure. To do a 2 blues Sledge, get rid of the Ring of Roses next turn. Yeah, I think that's the line. I mean, I can block 3 more and pretty much ignore the Ring of Roses. So is getting rid of Roses worth 3 life? That's the question. Will Ring of Roses deal more than 3 damage? I don't think it will. Any heal is 1 arcane. Yeah, I think it will. It will. Team Earth is here to make Guardian miserable for another season. Yo, what's up, Pentagon? Yeah, so next turn we can do a knee strike line. We have 2 Rolling Fissure. That's the main thing. We have 2 Rolling Fissure. So we want a clean play, or we want a 2 blue Sledge into Rolling Fissure and get rid of the Ring of Roses. That CNCSO was quite annoying. Megon! Thanks for the sub, mate. Victory music. got him. No, 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 disaster, no. Oh my freaking god. Oh, disaster. We lost a 3 value. Great cards. I just realized we had the gold. We maybe should have tinkered something out. Oh my freaking god, we got destroyed. I think we sledge here. Yeah, we definitely sledge here. That was really unfortunate. Okay, bark skin, sure. Okay, we have the one blue we need. We have the one blue. We don't need more. Healing pot. I just need to prevent as much as possible from the Ether Tide. I don't need mothers. Oh my freaking god. Okay. That changes things a bit. Rampart. Blessing gains us 7. I think that's what we're supposed to do. Okay. Can they deal 19 in our turn? I don't think so. into epots, that's fine. I think I'm playing the debilitate here. Okay. Count my betsies. Yeah, I don't think they can leak 26. I don't think there is any way they can leak 26. Felling, and we can hit back for 6. So I don't think I care enough though to hit back for 6. The best line of the game, get Tunic hit with sleds. Stanley of the Millennium Tree. Okay. Stanley of the Millennium, no spell. Oh, pop the epot for the tide. Okay. Oh, into pulsing ether life. That's interesting. The good thing is that the Spinal forces them to interact because they won't be able to ether tide into something. I want to build a Jarl deck as well. But I think it's a bit... Be honest, I think it's a bit more boring. I think the real answer to which Guardian is the best Guardian to play right now has to be which Guardian has the best matchup into Aurora. And is the answer Jarl? Is the best Guardian into Aurora Jarl? Εδώ πήρανε που λέω. How much longer we are going to have Aurora? I think... I don't think Aurora realistically will leave this season. I don't think Aurora realistically will leave this season. I don't think the pro quests are enough points for Aurora to LL. I think 250 points are a bit too many. But in the nationals that are, I think Bologna will be the last legal tour with Aurora. Chad will be good, but normal gear for the game. Yeah, I think there are too many... I think there are not enough events. I mean, there are 250 points are a bit too much for Aurora to LL. But I honestly think that Bologna will be the last event for this hero. I'll take the one. Yeah, I'm not thinking this straight. I think we should have simply went for the fatigue line here. I think I'm taking a risk by playing this way. That's the thing. BHSC, will you bring her to the PQ? It's not completely out of the question. I think Guardian is decent. Let's just leave it on that. Guardian is decent in this meta. The question is, what's the best Guardian into Aurora? I think that's the only... the only real question the Guardian players need to answer. Jarl. If it's Jarl, then probably that's the best. The best answer. I mean, the thing with Jarl is... Okay. But still plays blue, so man. Okay. Is Jarl worth it over Goldmane? The problem with Goldmane is that even though in theory he's much stronger into the aggressive decks, the problem is that sometimes Jarl is, sometimes Victor is simply not consistent enough. That's the only problem. That sometimes Victor gets, you know, there are a lot of sequencings versus Aurora where he gets tempo, he has nothing to do, etc, etc. So I don't know. I'd probably suck a few points for high roll potential. I agree with that take. The problem with Victor, I think, is what can you do into Florian? I think that's the most. I think that's another hard part, but I'm not a great player. I mean, I think the high roll potential of Jarl is pretty good. I don't think if Victor high rolls, I don't think there is a Guardian that has a better matchup into Aurora. So I think that's true. The problem is, I think, then Florian. Because with Jarl, you maybe have a deck, you could potentially tinker a deck that could have a decent matchup into Florian. Can you do that with Victor? I don't know. Gives us some thought on the Max Armory deck. Sure. We could build a Max deck as well. Florian has the most oppressive one-card hand. That's true. That's true. But yeah, that's the thing. That's why I think you can maybe craft a Jarl deck that can combat Florian. I don't know if Victor can do that. But maybe, you know, maybe if you simply go down the route of, you know, do I even have a Victor deck? Yeah, I mean, this deck is ancient, but maybe, you know, Rouse of the Ancients and E-Strikes and Zealous Belting are enough to pressure with Thanatos to maybe pressure a Florian, but I don't think you realistically can out-pressure a Florian when Florian has Purgatory to get rid of your CNC lines, when Florian has, you know, a quadrillion D-reacts. I don't know that. And let's not even talk about the OTK line. Victor stands no chance. Where on the other side, you know, there could be a deck with Jarl that could combat there. But if your local meta game only has Aurora and not a lot of Florians, Victor is a great choice. There was a list also that there was a Victor that won a ProQuest. It's from Goldens on Discord. Didn't Victor win a ProQuest? Or did he win a ProQuest? Let's check. I don't think the deck should be out, but I think I saw a post from LSS. No, it's ProQuest Singapore. These are old, right? Yeah, these are a bit old. Yeah, Carlo Opre won an 80% ProQuest on Class Victor. Let's check if the list is in February, and we will come back to Max. So you said public Carlo Ople. No, Carlo, give us the Victor list. Class Momuka Mo. That's 21st of April. That could be it. One sec, getting it. Thank you, thank you. Is this guy cooking? Wow. $30 blues. Okay, pretty sharp on that. Nice. Thank you. Carlo Ople, Victor Goldman, High and Mighty, ProQuest, Singapore, Unbox. So, Aurum, Civic Steps, Crown of Dominion, Tunic, Gauntlets, Miller's Grindstone, Snapdragon, Titan Fist, and Vambrace. No two-handed hammer, that's interesting. He's back. Yo, what's up, Hugh Breeze? I'm finally back from London. Took the long way home, but I'm finally back. Big Bob, okay. I thought about these auras about combating Enigma. What's his deck tech video yesterday? Oh, he has a deck tech video. I should check that out. Class of Might, CNC, Concuss, Crush the Weak. Crush the Weak is great into Sleepy. Crush the Weak is really strong into Sleepy. Enlightened, Imperial Seal of Command, that's really interesting. Pummel, Spinal, Test of Strength, Thump, Trounce and Zealous Belting. And nothing too spicy on blues. Class of Might is a bit spicy, and no Class of Vigor is also spicy. But I guess he doesn't really want to curve into 4 costs. He just said Big Book and Imperial Seal of Command, where he's just for fun spicy tech cards, but you can change them out. Well, Imperial Seal of Command makes a lot of sense into the Enigma meta, but I don't think, no. Syndra 2, Snapdragon is spicy. Oh, he's also running Snapdragon, and you're right. Yeah, I mean, he tries to be really aggressive into Enigma, I guess. To do even Enlightened Strike draw on Victor. Odgers. Class of 6 copies of Class of Might could be a way to combat Aurora. Like, if you get a bunch of 4 value cards, maybe it's good enough. No weakest link. Yeah, I've seen more and more people start cutting weakest links. And be like, this card is not relevant into Aurora. Which I think this is the case. Throughout the whole calling, I think I comboed off 3 or 4 times with Aurora when I got hit by weakest link. Really interesting list. But maybe the problem is now that you maybe need to be slightly heavier now. You maybe need to be slightly more heavy. And I think Verdance is in a much better position. So Arcane Barrier now is not only for Kano, it's for Verdance as well. But maybe you can force them to not have enough time to do that. I don't know. Victor is interesting. Okay, let's check out a bit the max armor deck. So, the new interesting tools he got, I think Twin Tech Charging Station is a pretty good card. I think this is one of the cards that's supposed to give the identity of the deck. I mean, 0 cost +3 on your next attack and get a pitch. I'm hoping that new crash cards have 2 modes, soft on hit, hard on hit when crashed. That would be interesting. I mean, it's already been like a week and a half, but the Guardian cards we've seen at Pro Tour London were wild. And there are many cards I consider really, really strong. But I don't want to hype myself too much because I want to be ready for August. Because August is like 3 months from now. 4 months. So we need to be a bit patient. I'll probably build a Valda. I think Valda will be a bit pushed. I think Valda looks like the deck that they expect is the deck to counter somewhat the new heroes, the pirate theme. Because Valda interacts insanely well with how the pirates want to play. 6 times and 6 mix, it's perfect. Yeah, so what's the best way to abuse the Twin Tech Charging Station? The next attack you boost is turn gets +3. You may shuffle a Hyper Driver from your graveyard into your deck if you do gain 1. So are we supposed to build the max deck without the good payoffs from boosting, meaning maximum velocity mainly? Is this what we're supposed to do? If you have a Orange Weapon of Whip Transform, it and 3 hybrid drivers you control into bank breaker. Equip the bank breaker. And if I'm not mistaken, bank breaker is... If I'm not mistaken, bank breaker is just banish a card, yet go again. When it attacks, you may banish a card from under it. If you do, the attack gets overpowered and go again. But only if you've cranked this turn. Having pumps means you self-fatigue at a slower rate. That's true. I think... Well, but... I think you are supposed to have the mechanoid plan. As a sideboard plan, at least. For max. I think the way we're supposed to build this deck is that when we're playing versus aggressive decks, we're supposed to bring Construct Bank Breaker. When we're playing versus decks we fear we might get fatigued, we should pivot to, I don't know, Mechanoid. Or simply Pistols. It's all built around the new weapon, okay. What is defense? You may discard the hybrid driver if you do draw a card and it gets +1, and that's a way to discard the hybrid drivers to get them from the graveyard back into the deck. Non-token hybrid drivers you control enter the arena with an additional steam counter. I think against fatigue style heroes you kinda bring both, because you can also stack up the mechanoid bigger with the Rens. That's true. That's true. So then that means Construct Bank Breaker is a staple. And Clamp Press, Crank, this enters the arena with 2 steam counters at the start of your turn. Destroy this unless you remove a steam counter from it. Wrenches you control get +2. So I pitch a blue, play Clamp Press, crank it, swing for 5. That's a 2-card 5, and then next turn I get another 2 value, so that's a 2-card 7 out of my blue. Also, new weapon can attack twice. Twice per turn, okay, yeah, that's true. Now, when you banish hybrid driver from boosting, remove a -1 counter from this. When you banish hybrid driver from boosting, target friends you control, it's +1 this turn. Yeah, okay, that seems exciting. Sorry for the Guardian fans. But Max seems interesting. Let's build a deck. So I'm thinking you play high value boost cards. Yeah, but I want to see it in action. But most of the time, the good thing about boost is that you can also, you know, evaluate when you want to be aggressive or not. The problem with high value boost cards is that you're not really aggressive. Max? I initially missed that head is a base. It's a base slot. Okay. Is anything else base? No. Okay, let's check the heads. Okay, so Breaker, Helm, Protoss. When this defense, you may discard the Hyper Driver if you do draw a card, and this gets +1. While Hyper Driver X3, whenever you banish a Hyper Driver from boosting, put it under this. What's the base the Hyper Driver head do? The next time you would be dealt damage this turn, prevent X. Whenever you boost, you may destroy a card under this. If you do, shuffle 2 attack action cards. The effect is quite meh. Unfortunately, that's not the annoying part. I think the rest of the equipment, the rest of the Evo Circuit Breaker could do some stuff, but the helmet is shuffle two action cards from your banlist zone in your deck. That's pretty much never relevant. The only good thing that this accomplishes is that you do a bigger mech, but I don't think it worths the hassle. Okay, let's get into the mechanologist cards. So what do we want to do with Max? Are we supposed to play 9 hyperdrivers? I mean, are we supposed to build a deck like this? I mean, Perfect Jacket pretty much wants us to play this way. The jacket wants to play us, or for us to play like this, right? The only good thing with its head is the instant but meh. So I'm guessing all the cards point towards that the deck wants us to have 9 copies of Hyperdriver. So if we have 9 copies of Hyperdriver, we're supposed to use the jacket. I mean, the red Hyperdriver gets with 4 counters. That can't be too bad. Play this only boosted this turn as an additional to play destroy X Hyperdrivers you control. When this attacks, plus 3 for X Hyperdriver. If 10, it gets overpowered. So I think that could be a sideboard plan for slower matchups, but we'll think about this. I don't think we were supposed to play anything base. Yeah, probably we are supposed to play Hyper X3, not Breaker Helm Protoss, but let's see if there is any other interaction with having Hyperdrivers in graveyard. So gas up, your next boots gets plus 4. You may put a Hyperdriver from your banished zone into the arena. In order for if a Hyperdriver goes to banished zone, HyperX will just get this, right? Yeah, HyperX will just steal the Hyperdrive from the banished zone, so there is no reason. Tabi! Thanks a lot, mate, I really appreciate it. How are you doing? You guys did alright in the Pro Tour, huh? Super close final. I think Max did an amazing run, man. Congratulations to your team, yeah. I'm quite okay. Gabi, are you coming to Bologna? Put a steam counter on Hyperdriver you control the next. Put a steam counter. Put a steam. What does putting a steam counter accomplish? I mean, that's a 1 cost plus 4 go again. That gives us a resource that we won't be able to use. Probably, yeah, nice. That we won't be able to use because most of the time we get flooded in resources. Okay, is BIOS update? How does it interact? The next action you boost, yeah, the next time I can only item with it is banished to pay boost, put it into the arena. Whenever you banish a Hyperdriver from boosting, put this under this. So my guess is that it's your turn, you can stack them the way you want, so you can get the BIOS, you can get the Hyperdriver into the board. But you're making HyperX really worse. It's definitely a consideration. Let's keep talking about. So gas up, you may put a hyperdriver from your banish into the arena. Unfortunately, we can't play that if we want to play the HyperX. Otherwise, we can simply ignore the HyperX and play gas up. But if we play gas up, we won't play bias update because I don't think we can afford more than 6 non-attacks. Quick fire is an interesting 044. Recharge is the easiest way to do that, but I don't like the fact that it costs 1. I don't like the fact that any of them cost 1. I think I want to start with BIOS update and not care about the rest. I simply want to start with BIOS update because I want to be able to 044 with a mechanologist attack in order to get my resources from hyperdriver and then pay for the rest of my turn with the resources I got, in order to be slightly more efficient in our turn cycles, in order to be able to block more. Gas Ups gives us an action point if you play Cerebellum. Oh, that's true. Because my hyperdrivers get cranked from max. That's an interesting point. That's a really interesting point. Let's leave gas up then on the maybe slot to have it ready to fire. So regarding attacks, I guess I don't think we're supposed to go too deep with all this crankshift stuff. I think these are supposed to be our blues and that's it. First, I want to see what my zero cost options are. Fast and Furious, if you crank this turn +1, then this is banned from boosting. I think this is good enough. Full tilt lul, gigawatt, gigalul. Heist is definitely a consideration. Jumpstart is a 1 for 5. We probably will put these cards in, but I first want to see the zero cost ones. And base weapon needs crank to attack. Yeah, so maybe we are supposed to run a bunch of items. But if we run a bunch of items, I won't run BIOS update. This will most likely end up in our deck. Yeah, the -1, crank. If an item would destroyed. I don't know about T-Bone. I don't really care about T-Bone, I think. Nowadays, that's probably going in. The only small upside with Gigawatt is it says next mechanology attack, so it works with weapon. Yeah, that was an important thing to note in draft Bright Lights. Is there no zipper hit that gets into a zero cost if you have a hyperdriver? Two blocks, grrr. Yeah, I agree. That's unfortunate. So, I think we don't want to run HyperX. I think there are too many good interactions with the rest of the deck. I mean, we can play Heist if they are banished. We can maybe play a few copies of Gas Up. I don't know about HyperX, and I feel it's a bit too slow. I don't think we will be boosting enough for HyperX to matter, so maybe we won't break your Helm Protos. And maybe the good thing about that is that it gives us a bit of a card selection, because we can get rid of the blue hyperdriver, for instance, or something. And it will help us scalp our hand, maybe that's relevant. But it starts to feel like that we are planning to play too many non-attacks. That's my only problem. Okay, let's see the blue mechanologist cards. Let's say clamp press. Again, pitch a blue swing with weapon for 5. That's not the worst card I've seen in my life. I mean, but we need another blue. If we have 2 blues, we can... And it doesn't block, but it's another target for BIOS update. Cerebellum probably is too good to pass up, right? But if we Cerebellum... Yeah, we have too many non-blocks, I think. When it's a blue, we have infinite resources from Hyperdriver. Your weapon demands a block with clamp press. Yeah, that's true. Then what? Are we not supposed to play Cerebellum? Are we not supposed to play these blue items? Yeah, I think the way to build this deck probably is to have as minimum as possible blues. Okay, let's go all in. Okay, let's get rid of the HyperX. Let's add gas up. Let's add gas up to the deck. Let's add heist. Let's add, okay, and let's try to go for as many zeros as possible. Cerebellum without the ability Spark is significantly worse. But it draws a card! It draws a card for Arsenal! It gives us a card for Arsenal. Okay, let's be adults, I guess. And simply add 2 copies of press. If you have a spare action point, yeah. I think we are capping on 6 blues. As an additional ban a 6 item from graveyard when this attack gets plus 3. If 3 or more Hyperdrivers gain 6 resources, and this gets go again. Usually Banksy is the action point outlet, right? Yeah, what you're saying is true. Is Hyper Scrapper ever a thing? What are you doing with the 6 resources? If you have Hyper Scrapper Driver, you have 3 thingies in the graveyard, and then you banish them, and then what? You banish the Hyperdrivers. You get the 6 resources, in theory, to flip. That's the only good thing about the 6 resources. Yeah, I don't think you can do anything with the 6 resources. I don't think we should consider this card. Yeah. I think we are adding 3 batches and we call it a day. Yeah, I think we're adding 3 Berthas and Berthas, not batches. Sorry. 11 blues? Question mark? I mean, BIOS update. Okay, let's see how many 0-cost Mechanology attack we can add in the deck. Data link. Expedite. An item with cost 1 over 0. And that pretty much generates an action point. The blue boosts are usually quite good, right? Throttle, zipper. Yeah, the only thing is I don't know how many boosts I want. If I want this many 0-cost boosts. Jumpstart is a must, right? I think we are supposed. Yeah, I think we are supposed to run jumpstart and zipper hit. Let's add the blue throttles. 14 blues. I mean, I played the tournament with 6 blues with Aurora. Maybe we don't need 13 blues. We don't need 14 blues. Can we get away with 11 blues? Okay, let's add the good attacks first. Zipper hit and the jumpstart. I think zero cost blues are pretty good fuel for the turn. But if you have a blue, don't you want to pitch? You start with them and then you play the red boost cards with hyperdrive resources. Let's just get the hyper. Yeah, my only problem with that argument is that if I have a single blue, don't I prefer to pitch it and then, you know, even if I only have zero costs, reds, pitch it and maybe crank and maybe, you know, use the weapon. I don't think our deck cares too much about blues. Maybe even the 11 blues are too many. Let's add the zipper hit. More boosts, more hits for legs and arms. Oh, you think we should run the full package of the new equipment, right? Whenever you banish hyperdriver, okay, let's go all in. I didn't see any reason not to, I guess. Did we add the jumpstart? Okay, and we added zipper hit. But what's the unfair thing we're doing though? That's Dynamo on a stick. What's the unfair thing we're doing? I guess it is a bit unfair to fetch hyperdrivers and get action points and resources and keep attacking. And you have some pretty good non-attacks. The unfair thing is keeping Clampers around with Banksy. Okay. Because you cannot block the other attacks if it means Bansky connects, then the beating continues. Are we supposed to run maximum velocity? Do we need to go down the route of maximum velocity and the double boost? The unfair thing is presenting a hero your opponent has never played before. Okay, let's add the third Clampress. It looked quite cool when my friend played against me. I was on Riptide though, so I basically fatigued him on accident. Can we add more hit effects for Aurora? We have Expedite. We have Pulse Wave Harpoon. Can we run maximum velocity? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 27 red attacks. That's less than half our deck. There is no way we can... It's less than half our deck. So in a 5-card hand, we could theoretically have to them. No, I think it's a bait. I don't think we should try to put maximum velocity in. Is there any universe we're using boom grenade? 044, crank the weapon. No, there is no way. Combustible courier? No. Are we supposed to use the draft bright light cards? Big shot for 9. But that requires us to play blues. I don't want to play blues. Okay, I think we need to get into a game and continue the tinkering afterwards. So let me add a filler card for now. Let me add the card that I know is decent. Maybe not the best choice. That's probably 1 for 4. No equipment block. Yeah, that's the one. Cost 1. Red Mechanologist. This can't be defended by equipment. Why does the opponent care if they defend or not with equipment? They probably don't. So let's add the Metex. Okay, so that's the core of the deck. I have no idea about the sideboard. We have 12 slots. Let's add some Arcane Barrier, I guess. 1, 2, 3. And an adaptive, whatever. And only run Piffer Jacket into Kano. And then for the Earth Heroes, okay, currently we don't have a sideboard for the Earth Heroes. So let's just play the deck and see what it looks like. Because I can see a universe where we simply run a 70 card main deck with this deck. Because that will also trim down a bit the 9 copies of BIOS update we have. So maybe we can build a deck where we have 71 cards, so we have only 5 cards in sideboard and 5 equipment. So we always present a 70 card deck. Do you want to enable chat? Sure. No. Wow. I guess I want to go second. I don't think we have any chance versus new, but this is now, we are playing this game for science. We are playing this game for science. Gonna refill coffee. Typical Mistblade Spider's Bite. The more I think about it, the more I like the 70 card approach. I don't really want a big Bertha in my opening hand. I can't wait for the pirate stuff to start showing up. Boosting! What's up, Scarling Flashbag? How are you doing, mate? Spoiler season when? Exactly. My man. Perfection. Boost. Do you think we'll get any non-pirate ranger cards? Definitely. 100%. I mean, the treasure map is already insane. Doing well, how are you? Literally, I'm not even 12 hours in Athens yet. I literally came back last night. And I'm here to do some streaming and play some cards. Finally, we are not bound by the Aurora meta stuff. Oh my freaking god, they have a... Yeah, I mean, Rigger, I think there is a spoiler, a non-official spoiler, I think, about an insane yellow ranger card. I mean, we know they have just a nick. By Enigma buys, and yeah, that was really insane. Are you playing in any pro quests? Scowling Fleshbag. Let me find it, Rigard. Give me a moment. I think a teammate was just browsing Twitter and the spoiler just came out at a horrible analysis, and it went down like a few hours later. So I don't think it's official. But the card doesn't seem fake. Oh, they have the +1. I'm silly beans. I knew about the +1. Okay. Oh. I'm not sure, probably. But more for fun. What hero? If yes. I definitely, I really want to play Guardian in... I really want to play Guardian in this pro quest, because finally the gate is open with Enigma leaving. The answer is play Aurora. I mean, dude, I was attacking with 4 cards every turn. That's horrible. I was attacking with 4 cards every turn. How can you guys play this thing? This deck was so powerful that even I performed well. Okay, CNC, we just take some damage, right? Let's destroy them! Admittedly, my friend boosted the hybrid driver every single turn when he played against me. That made for some really ridiculous numbers. Yeah, let's open with Expedite. We're not supposed to open with Expedite. Oh! 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 Do I want to crank? Yes. Oh no, I should have thought about that and first used the hero power. Okay, that was a punt, but that was a good punt to happen now. Because it's good to remember that when we have the option, we should always first use the hero power. Because of that specific interaction. So I don't want to crank, but I would have wasted the 1 resource, huh? Hmm. Surgical. We have seen 0 hisses and leave no witness. That could be a mask as well. I don't mind the mask about banishing clamp press. I don't need this one. I won't be able to crank though next turn. I mean, if you don't hit the cranks of your driver, it just dies. No, yeah, that's true, that's true. So that wasn't the case. Don't need skills if you got luck. Pop Silver, really aggressive. My friend really missed TFH when he tried the armored deck chest, and I think I agree. TFH is too good. I agree. I don't think we are ever supposed to interact with cards that don't have hit effects. Also don't like interacting with cards. I think we need more blues. I think the interaction of using max into range is what is unfair with this deck, so I think we need to increase our blue count. Because now I can either swing with Banksy or... I think I can simply pitch the Fast and Furious though, right? Crank, Arsenal, the Fast and Furious. Yeah, our range even got a buff. Who cares about hyperdrivers? Oh! I don't mind putting a steam counter on clamp press. And now I think I want to maintain my hyperdriver. No. Let's keep the clank press around. Off. We can't block this card. Yellow. Arthur. No. We're not supposed to chant Arthur now. We are supposed to chant Pintor. Thinking. Oh my god. New decks. So I have a yellow. BIOS update heist will generate me one resource, but I haven't cranked for Banksy. So no, I need to. There's no way I can play the heist this turn. Okay. Oh! BIOS update. Oh. Rocket. Rankshaft, lol. I mean, the core of the non-attacks are really strong. The non-attacks are really strong. I can cycle the jump start. My opponent's at 11. I think I should do that. I don't care about hybrid drivers. No, talishar! Okay, Rigger, this is the card. Rigger, this is the card. See monster map. Your next arrow attack this turn gets +2. If you have no cards in your arsenal, you may banish an arrow from your graveyard. If you do, create an abyssal harpoon token in your hand. The text is weird because I think someone used an AI to figure out the letters. Not because the art is like that. This card is giga illegal. Giga illegal. Either you leak damage with your other cards or Glampress Banks goes infinite. I still believe this card might just be real. I think this card is real. This card feels what Azalea needs to hit Living Legend soon so Death Dealer can get the chop. It's a 0 for 6 yellow if you have no arsenal. No, don't D-react, haha, you're so cute, you're so pretty, don't D-react, haha. Glampress is to live another turn. Max actually has some cool value engine now. It may not be good enough, but it's for fun for sure. I agree. Our opponent has been a bit unlucky with the D-reacts, I guess. Why boost? In order to keep the hyper driver. In order to add the second counter on the hyper driver. You're noob. I don't think Hybrid Driver is worth more than a deck card here. What is a deck card to a minion that can boost? Oh my freaking god. We can't boost. Oh no. No. Uh, nice. Do I heist or do I what do I arsenal? I think I want to arsenal the gas up for next turn. What am I even saying? I need to pitch the other card as well. Well, if the heist goes through, it's game over, but there is no way they'll let heist go through here. When's the next ban list? Most of the time it gets released a week after the new set. So my guess is like a week before. Yeah, my guess is a week before Bologna. It's week after PQ. Okay. The next one and the next one on the last one. Okay, okay. PogChamp. We need to think. Play the hyperdriver, crank it, have two floating, play the banker, attack twice with a weapon into jumpstart. Yeah. Yes. Oh, wait, wait. Oh, I can jumpstart and attack with. Yeah, that's what I'm supposed to do. Power broken keyword. No, don't codex. discard the yellow hyperdriver, play harpoon, crank. We're missing one resource. Okay, we are not supposed to boost somehow then. Oh, we can't not boost because that's the last turn we can boost. So, discard the yellow hyperdriver, boost harpoon. I have 3 resources. That means I can crank hyperdriver and I need to play 0 cost from Arsenal. Yeah, I think I need to be aggressive and try to get out with the fist pump. So I have 4 resources. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need to crank and then pulse with harpoon. Yeah, and we got the hyperdriver. The next banner restricted announcement will be on Tuesday, May 27th. On just a week? Okay. Oh, May. A week and a month. Okay. Where's the +1? Oh, never mind. Right. Yeah, I have frailty. Best deck in the game? Best deck in the game. Okay. We got a lot of info. First of all, I think we need to play the gem. Second, I think the game plan is to simply have a chubby deck. Cerebellum makes no sense. Well, GG, I should have blocked clamp press 1 turn earlier with mask. Yeah, and maybe even earlier, Mitch. I mean, Bang, you know, the first press we played, like, got a quadrillion value out of Banksy. I had no idea this could happen. Oh, banish 6 items from your graveyard, and I need to have 3 hyperdrivers. Add a single one. Payload? Nah. Put X team counters on target X hyperdriver, create a hyperdriver with X token. If X is 3 or greater, you may shuffle a construct neutral mechanizer from your banish into your deck. Say theory with scrap compactor into moonshot. Play this only if you boosted this turn. As an additional cost to play, destroy X hyperdriver you control. While this attacks, it gets +3. For X hyperdriver, destroy it this way. Yeah, but you need, in order to do that, you need to have 3 hyperdrivers in your graveyard and 3 hyperdrivers on board. Not 3 hyperdrivers. Even with 2 hyperdrivers, that's a 2 card. I mean, again, we can add one more copy of the create the X hyperdrivers because I guess it's a good turn 0. Let's go for the 3 copies and see what happens. Teklo Pounder sounds slow, but I wouldn't mind an extra item for BIOS update, but it's not blocking. Honestly, feel more stressed out about this ProQuest than the RTNs, because I don't know what to expect from my local since Enigma is gone. Yeah, that's always fun in the ProQuest season. I guess we can add the throttles. Okay, I think we overdid it a bit. Okay, let's remove one of those. And add 2 random red attacks. And by random, I guess I mean throttle. No, I think we want it to cost 1. When it hits up to 1... If we run Pounder as a BIOS high roll, we could do that. Yeah, let's go for it. Okay. And then... one big shot. This is going to win us the game. Overpower Zulul. Combustible Courier, Zulul. Change the hero to a better one. I don't really like anything. $81, yay. Okay. God deck online. And while we're at it, let me get some food because I'm starving. Slip through the cracks. Okay, I still think we need to go second. And I don't think I want Mechanoid. Do I even care about Mechanoid? Maybe I do not. Perfect hand, perfect hand. Perfect hand. Perfect hand. No, no, please attack. You're so pretty. Create a huge hyperdriver or set up a pounder. Ah, let's go. 0. Oh no. Oh no. And what do I even arsenal? Do I arsenal another pounder? Or the bank breaker? Bank breaker is the only card that blocks. Perfection. Perfection. Why didn't I arsenal the pounder? Okay. I've seen enough. Would you like to see my new list and see if there is anything to change? Yeah, sure. Oh! I don't have a hyperdriver. If they want to flick, I don't mind. I don't have a turn if they flick. Equipment in 2024, Zulu. First attack of the game. Okay, we finally have an operational hand. And we need to block. Yay. Yeah, I think I like... I don't need the second attack. That's a good thing. Oh. Oof. Whoa. We are getting annihilated. I don't need the resource, right? No, I do not. Have I missed the story time from London? It was a bit delayed, so I didn't really have a story to tell. I did pretty well in constructed, so did the rest of the team, but the draft really bailed us. I mean, we prepared quite well, but this draft format was rough. I mean, the die roll in some decks was really swingy, and unfortunately we didn't do too well in the PT. I ended up 21st on with Aurora. I played the combo list that Alex was using. And I missed my win and in. I had a triple combo turn and my opponent was left at 4 life and I drew 2 cards of gold and E-Strike. And any attack was lethal. Any attack was forcing their hand and was pretty much winning me the game. But I got 2 instants and simply swinged with weapon. They went on 2 life or something. And they had Mira guy into shenanigans. I won't block that. It was a super exciting event. I mean, I think London, PT London was probably one of the best Pro Tours I've been to so far. The venue was insane. I mean, super exciting announcements. The games were really, really good. My freaking god, they can activate it. I guess I don't need the jump start. Yes, I do need to crank. 21, whoa, that's amazing. I don't know what is with the Haunted, but do my local also dropped from the second draft and he played the calling instead. Yeah, that was a common story for a lot of players. I mean, sometimes I feel bad when not doing well in draft because I feel like we haven't prepared well. But, you know, when god gamers like Yuki had the 03 draft, I think they won, you can tell sometimes that the draft format is somewhat clunky. This draft format felt super exciting at the beginning, but when everyone figured out the way to build decks and the way to draft, I felt like there was no innovation afterwards. That was my main concern. Can we survive this turn if we take everything? In order to play the second clamp press. I think I can sacrifice a card. Yeah, I mean the call that Alexandros made with running the full combo for Enigma and Florian really paid up. It was a really good call. I'm super excited for Bologna as well because it will be with a new set. I mean, we got new toys. I mean, it's always super exciting. Ah! Can we pray? I think we should pray. I don't know how I'm winning though. I got to ask, are you going to Copenhagen for the calling? Because this might be my first abroad calling. Really, I'm still considering it, but the only problem with Copenhagen and Greece is that it's a bit too far away. But I think I'll definitely try to attend to. Ah. Boom. We're dead, yay! Okay. Okay, I think we've made 2 observations. So, number 1 is that I don't think we need the mechanoid at all. And I think we should have this not on maybe pile. I think we should only add the Teclopounders when we want to go heavier. So we can simply add the yellow zipper hits, I think. The yellow zipper hits. I can add one more big shot. Most of the time I want to finish with a weapon, so let's not do that. And add another random 0 for 3. Okay, this is the way. Let's check Mitch's list. Pounder might be too slow, this meta. Pounder might be slow. Yeah. The thing is that versus the slower decks, I think we just want more meat. That's it. So you are on the Art of Desire, painting on the backside, Sigil 9 Diriacts. 6. Oh, you don't run Shelter, okay. 3 Venomous. CNC Nick, Sirens. Third, 24 blues. 25, 26. We're in Slugfest meta. Slow is the name of the game, yeah. Okay, I see you respecting Syndra a lot. I haven't tested a lot with a raise face into... I haven't tested the raise face a lot into the Florians. I don't know how relevant that is. So... I love pain in the backside. I feel like you have a slightly more aggressive approach, but the only problem is that you are slightly low on blues, but you don't really care because you don't main deck a lot of 2 costs. So my only problem is that in the main deck, or in generally when you sideboard into the more aggressive decks, I feel like the blue count is a bit low. 2, 3, 4, 5 transcends. Raise faces for Florian, Verdance, Mario, and Jarl. Mario. Right, because they're... Mario. You mean Sleepy. Oh, it's the first stealth card. No, that doesn't... Oh, because their cards are no longer assassins, so they can't activate the hero power. Okay, okay, I see. Well, so versus Aurora, I guess you cut the pain in the backside and that's all you got. And maybe cut... Yeah, you cut the Siren Skulls as well. So you leave 1 pain in the backside in. Oh, yeah, I have matchups, okay. So you're running both the weakest. And you're simply adding the Siren Skull to increase the deck size. I don't think you need to do that. I think even with a sharp 60, if you block Aurora well enough, you don't need the extra 3 cards. And my guess is the way you want to play, I would also cut a single Venomous Bite. I don't think you want to be too aggressive into Aurora. But yeah, 62, 61, 60, it's super close, so I don't think it matters. But I don't think you need the Siren Skulls. With the rest, I agree 100%. I really like the lower... I really like the smaller Chi side. I don't know how good is it into Florian though, but I guess versus Florian you're adding the sacred thingy. Yeah, I love the 65 into Florian. And you add a few more blues to be slightly more consistent. I'm guessing with this list you are destroying Syndra. Yeah, again, versus Syndra, I think you should cut the Siren's Call. Even the Cheese are better. But yeah, with this list, you probably are destroying Syndra. So the question is what versus Jarl, for instance. That's great. So there is an interesting dynamic with No, with the late game aspect of No. Meaning if you have a smaller deck, you have less cards to block with, but you get faster to the point where you activate Mask every turn. But maybe versus Jarl, that's not super relevant. I can get that argument. In general, versus Jarl, you want to be consistent. The only problem I have with the way you built your list is that when you're increasing your deck size up to 65, 26 blues seems like a little. Because you most likely won't have the 2 blue plays. And you know, you want to play Prognosis, you want to play Surgical Extraction, sometimes you want to play Bonds of Agony. So it's slightly harder to get the 2 blues with 26 blues. Guys, Oblivion Remaster unveiled today. Oh my freaking god, I'm going to... Oblivion most likely is the game that put me into the gaming universe. I'm a 26 blue enjoyer. I mean, that's fine most of the time. I mean, if you do well, the fact that you have 3 Venomous Bite is insane. But sometimes that's the question. Are you willing... I'm back. This is the top deck of the meta after Aurora ban. Copium. Let's see that. What can I change for more blues? Well, the only thing is probably you need to trim either the weakest or the erase faces. Weakest is really important in the mirror match, I get that. I think the flex slots are the 3rd Venom's Bite, the 3rd Pain in the backside, the 3rd erase face. Yo, Panos, thanks for the follow. Oh, hey. Yo, what's up, boss and games? Yeah, so I can totally see your approach. I would maybe consider cutting the 3rd erase and maybe the 3rd Venomous. Maybe you don't need to be this aggressive sometimes. Got blue then. Any blue stealth is good, pretty much depending on what you're expecting to face. If you're afraid of Syndra, memory is great. Flesh is always relevant into Aurora. Bonds of Memory helps with Florian as well. Flesh is good as well. Flesh is decent. But I think Flesh would be my last choice. I think I would go with Bonds of Memory is my number one choice. Infect would be my second one, and the third one will be Second Cosmic Awakening in the long games. That's not, but that's a good idea as well. Second Cosmic Awakening is a good call as well. Panos, what's up? I don't know if a lot of people from Athens are going to travel to Skidra for this ProQuest season because it's in between a lot of callings and there is only one event, unfortunately. But we might make the trip. I don't know yet. We might make the trip to Skidra for the ProQuest. I'm here for the Aurora gameplay, of course. Second Cosmic makes a lot of sense as well, but it won't help you into the aggressive matchups. I mean, but you don't mind. I mean, cutting a card into Aurora, you don't mind. So you could totally do that. You could totally go for the second Cosmic. 2 copies of Cosmic is not a bad call for Jarls and Florence and stuff. I don't know how easy it is to pull it off with 6 Gs though. I guess 7. You always run 7 in these matchups. But I mean, even for 15, it's still insane, right? Yeah, even for 15, it's still insane. One last ride. What is this abomination? Confucius, you send it that? You send it Gabi's list? I'm testing it all morning. It's broken. Dude. Dude. Titan. What's this plasma mainline? What's this plasma mainline doing in here? Plasma mainline is starting item for Aurora. Plasma mainline for 9 turns of sphere is the Aurora. I'm stealing this deck, okay? I'm stealing this deck. Play it, you will love the hands you get, you can never. Oh no, I think I double pasted. So let's ditch 1 Spider's Bite, 1 Venomous, and 1 Erase for 1 more Cosmic and 2 Bonds of Memory. Yeah, Mitch, that sounds good. I even have the sideboards ready. Where is the sleepy sideboard? Where is the sleepy sideboard? They left. They couldn't handle it. Fang. Okay. We're not running Battlefront Bastion in the funk? Okay. No one wants to play us. Florian. I won't always go first with this deck, right? Why do I have the weakest links in this deck and not the Bastions? Copy. Why do I have the weakest link and not the Bast? And not even the firewalls. I don't trust you. Because you're expecting it to be OTK. One of which is always the best solution. You don't actually have all your items. OTK, okay. Chamber. Arms. Yorgos is streaming, is this real life? Yo, what's up, Atsa? No, cheating! Pog champion. Ep. Autumn stats. Ep, 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 ep. Like a best deck in format. And you're telling me now not to attack. Are you sure? Are you sure? I have a pretty clean hand. No, not to attack. Okay. Oh. Do you like Bonds of Memory than or DT? What's DT again? Desires of Flesh? Death Touch? No, I definitely prefer Memory more. Your number one enemy is the clock. Should I get Tunic to keep the solution sphere? No. I've never seen a better 4-card hand. Come on, guys, we are testing the PV format right now. I'm seeing the light with this deck. Should I start slamming the solution spheres? I guess not yet, right? Huh? Grand prize. Okay. Me. Oh. Yeah, I think we're setting up. No reason to shoot yet. Nice. Incredible gameplay experience. Okay. Do I run a raise face into Bravo? No. Versus Guardians that you know are most likely going to have attacks, you just need to survive. But versus Bravo specifically, you also need to have the anti-fatigue plan, but you already decide that in. I'm pitching the Spark here, right? And I don't think there is any reason to play the Disillusion Sphere. The reason would be Plow, but no need to play, yeah. I mean, if they want to pop 18 rune chants, if they want to pop 18 rune chants with a Plow under for 2, I guess I'm fine with that. Oh, Blade. I mean, we always block here, right? I can shoot. Yeah, I think I'm always shooting here. Are we running sigils in the deck? Okay, good. I have a feeling that Cub is going to have a second inning experience on VPQ with this monkey dust deck. Oh, best card. I'm playing Aurora, you weakling. I think we can wait one more turn for the dissolution shenanigans. Maybe even 2 more turns, yeah. Mm. Blocking with Roomblad Incantation. I didn't know how we won yet. I don't see how Florian wins from here. Yeah, I think you're right. Our clock is our enemy. What do you mean, mate? I'm a professional fatigue player. We've played like 18 minutes. I don't think we attack here, right? Do I want to play the Remembrance? Is there anything relevant I want to add in my deck? Not really. Give him an easy decompose. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's just be ready for next turn. Lol. That was unfortunate. Yeah, I'm definitely playing the Bastion. Hmm. I think this is a turn where we're supposed to play the solution sphere. Yeah, we're definitely playing the solution sphere. I think about the fact that there are levels to fatigue players and that Florian will blame you for playing the super boring fatigue deck and he's superior because he's playing Florian. Ah, that's true. When fatigue players get out fatigued, they tilt a lot. Should I Arsenal a D-React? Or should I Arsenal the Sigil? I mean, I know they can't attack me for the next 2 turns. I have 2 extra turns to find something better in Arsenal. But I think with the same sense, I should simply Arsenal the Spark. Get the next Dissolution when this Dissolution runs out. Yeah, I think that's what I'm supposed to do. Okay. I'll get Tunic. Load the pistol. Play the sphere. Play Sigil. 5, 6, 7, okay. Plum. Okay. Get what? Read the runes? Arcane Seeds, okay. I mean, I can simply load into CNC here. Is it better? I think it is. I think it is better, yeah. What's their deck count? 16. Sorry, let me show you. Can I do both? Shoot. Go again. I think it's actually... Nah, we might get a brick hand. Just command, yeah. We might get a brick hand next turn. The thing is that I know they won't be able... They can't go off with the Dissolution Sphere, so I will have all the cards in my hand available. But I want to play Spark of Genius next turn. No. So yeah, it's correct. Because I want to end my turn with a 4-cost Spark of Genius, so that's why I need to pitch the resources. Yeah, okay. Three for the pistol, 4 for the Spark of Genius. The problem is I have 2 turns and I don't think I have lethal in 2 turns. So I need to get my third Dissolution. Why be you have sphere anyway? Imagine knowing how to speak the English language. Maybe we supply sphere, I think we do. If we get one more, there is no way they can come out. I think their only win condition right now is if they get exactly the hand to kill us over the next 2 turns. I don't think it's likely, but I think that's the only way for us to lose. And I think I'm also using Tunic. We do have 3 targets, right? 1 spark, 2 sparks and the dissolution sphere. Talishar! No, you're so pretty, come back! Talishar got tired of this game. Yeah, people just typed that there's a problem on the server. No, they pushed some fixes. Yeah, it should be bad down in a bit. Oh, Oblivion stream for me that you successfully fatigued Talishar. Yeah, okay, guys. I guess that was a sign for us to stop. Okay. So, in considerate of them to not give a 60-minute warning in case someone is playing a fatigue mirror, I think this was a good choice of the deck there. Yeah, I mean, I think I agree. I mean, I don't think they had any way of winning this game. I mean, even after even if we didn't get the resolution sphere, I don't think they had enough damage to kill us. I don't think they had enough damage left in the deck to close the game. And if we had the Dissolution Sphere, that could prolong it even longer. I mean, we still had 5 Dissolution Spheres in the deck. Really interesting. Really interesting deck. Okay, guys. That's it for today. I'm keeping the stream slightly short because we'll be streaming every day. I just got back to Athens, so I have some stuff to do. So, I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we might play some more Mechanologist, either Max or Dasayo. That deck was really interesting. It could totally be a consideration for me for the PQ. That's a deck that's 100% in my taste. So guys, thanks a lot for dropping by. Thanks, Skull. Thanks, Flashback. I'll see you guys around. Have fun. Have fun in your armories. Have fun preparing for the pro quests. And I'll see you around. Be safe. See ya.